Welcome back to the Michael Cohen Show on our journey to 250,000 subscribers. We're so close. With your help, hit the subscribe button, share with a friend. We'll be there. Maybe we'll even be at 500,000 sooner than we expect. Now, I want to show you guys something. The other day on Political Beatdown with my buddy Ben Meiselas, the two of us talked about Trump's recent speech in front of young Republicans. You know, just because you have the right to free speech doesn't mean that you should always be talking about it in front of young children in a gymnasium, in a school. He starts talking about how he's a germaphobe. And as a direct result, remember, these are 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. Because he's a germaphobe, the whole thing about the golden showers could not be possible, that it was locker room talk. And he does this again, the same thing in this high school gym. It's crude, it's rude, it's inappropriate, it's disgraceful, it's disgusting. I want you to imagine, meeting the president or being in the same room as the president of the United States or even a former president of the United States. It's something that you talk about with others for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. I have stories about my time in the Oval Office, my time rummaging around the White House, just casually walking around, being on the property, checking out the beast, which is the vehicle, the limousine, and blah, 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 blah. You talk about these things forever. So just imagine they say, so you were in the gymnasium at the school, or you were at the Young Republicans Club meeting, and Trump was talking to you. What did he talk about? Oh, he was talking about golden showers, talking about getting pissed on. He doesn't like it. He's a germaphobe. It's all locker room talk. Just imagine telling that to somebody. And imagine the comment that they will come back with. Are you joking? Are you full of shit? Right? He didn't really say that. Come on now. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. We're going to show you that he did. But he says these crude things in front of young people all the time. And he says crude things about young people all the time, including about his own daughter, where he talks about her body, how hot she is, that if it wasn't his daughter, that they'd be dating, blah, blah, blah. These things are inappropriate. They're inappropriate, and they're just wrong. And he is just wrong for the presidency, again, of the United States of America. Play the clip.
I will show you Donald Trump's speech in front of the young Republicans. This speech is given in front of, again, teenage boys and teenage girls who are getting involved in politics for the first time, as well as college young adults, young women, young men. Here's what Donald Trump says about referring to sexually assaulting women by grabbing them by their genitals as locker room talk. He says this is the most courageous act of heroism in the history of the United States by calling it locker room talk. Here, play the clip.
But I went onto that stage just a few days later, and a general who's a fantastic general actually said to me, "Sir, I've been on the battlefield. Men have gone down on my left and on my right. I stood on hills where soldiers were killed. But I believe the bravest thing I've ever seen was the night you went onto that stage with Hillary Clinton after what happened. And then that woman asked you the first question about it. And I said, locker room talk. It's locker room talk. What the hell? What are you talking? Locker room talk." That was not a great...
So then he goes to a high school. This is what he says in a high school right now. He's in a high school gym, and he tells the kids in the high school that because he's a germaphobe, he does not like getting urinated on by hookers. Here, play this clip.
He was with 4 hookers. You think that was good that night to go up and tell my wife, "It's not true, darling. I love you very much"? It's not true. Actually, that one she didn't believe because she said he's a germaphobe. He's not into that, He's not into golden showers, as they say they call them. He's not. I don't like that idea. No, I didn't. I thought that would be a big problem. I was going to have a rough night, but that one she was very good on. She said, no.
A high school gym in front of kids.
And yet, the audience is clapping for him. The audience is clapping for him. How could you not be horrified or embarrassed that a man is standing up on a stage and asking you to vote for him for the presidency of the United States, and he has to try to justify certain things like a sexual relationship with an adult film star, Stormy Daniels, a longer-term relationship with a Playboy playmate, Karen McDougal, the allegations, which by the way are not true, that when he was in Russia, that he and somebody else had brought two hookers into the room, to urinate on his bed and so on. It's obviously it's not true. That I'm telling you. And I've tried to find that P tape. Doesn't exist. But just the fact that it doesn't exist, does that insulate him, or does that exonerate him from these other allegations, like the allegations of Stormy Daniels, which we all know to be accurate? Or if you want to now question Stormy Daniels, what about Karen McDougal, right? What about her? What about enough? What about we stop trying to, and it makes no difference. Again, Republican, Democrat, Independent, enough of people making excuses to sane wash his dirty deeds. Let him be held accountable for his own dirty deeds. And it should be a disqualifying factor. What have we done with our own moral compass in this country? He goes ahead, he says the most divisive, the most vile. When I heard him say the other day, I have a TikTok show that I do just about every night at 10 o'clock. And I have this guy named Jay who was on the show. And Jay is a veteran. And I have another guy named Patrick who is also a veteran. And we were talking about the statement that Trump made when this young woman, this service member, was killed in a horrific, horrific way. And Trump, trying to score some points with the media and so on, said, I'll pay for the funeral. And then when the bill came, he turned around and he saw it at $60,000. And he goes, who pays $60,000 to bury a fucking Mexican? That's from John Kelly, his chief of staff. And we have no reason to believe that John Kelly is lying too, right? Everybody's lying. When there's something negative about Donald Trump, what does Trump do? He goes right to the fucking "you're a liar" playbook. Cohen, liar. Clinton, liar. Biden, liar. Everybody's a liar when there's somebody or something being said that's negative.
Liar.
And Mike Pence, right? Everybody is a liar when it comes to holding Donald Trump accountable. Maybe the truth is that the liar is Donald Trump.
Yeah, maybe the guy whose entire life has lied every day is the one lying, and the people who have moral character and have demonstrated that their entire lives are not the ones lying. Maybe Donald Trump, who's bankrupted almost everything he's touched, does not have all of the answers. And the guy who said, like a miracle, COVID is all going to magically disappear.
Hey, everyone. First of all, thanks for watching. We're going to be posting daily episodes with reactions and talking about politics. We'll be talking about everything, in fact. So please like and subscribe. Join us on this journey.